Messias havia incorporado o estado suicidário e, em busca da salvação, este homem decidiu sereno que iria matar a tiros sua mulher, sua filha e a si próprio.
This film had my attention right from the very beginning. I absolutely loved it. I love the narration in the beginning. It was so beautifully written and it just pulled me in right away. And it was performed flawlessly. And then we get into the film. I love the creative approach, the use of these paintings that are a little bit abstract until you zoom out and see the full picture and hear the narration. It was a fantastic way to tell a story. I've never seen anything like this before. I never would have thought of it myself. And I really enjoyed it. Amazing job.
This was a really cool film. Super unique. Really an interesting way to tell a story, with the paintings which were so beautiful. I think at times that type of storytelling, it can just get kind of slow, just based on the fact that it's just non-moving images. So maybe cutting it down might be beneficial, but I mean, I thought it was super well done, and I really enjoyed it.
I thought this was a really interesting short film in terms of using a rather abstract painting as the visual focal point for the storytelling, with the music and the voiceovers. Really interesting way to tell the story.
I really enjoyed this one. The story is great. It's told well, but the artwork that we're treated to really sells it. It's just really visually interesting stuff, and they did a good job with the editing, keeping stuff on screen and moving it around, but then keeping it there just long enough that if you stare and really soak it in, you start to see the image, and it's just brilliant. I really love that about it. Can't recommend this one enough.
This was really interesting. I liked that they had her just kind of like talking at the beginning with a completely black screen. I thought that was really interesting to kind of set the mood and the kind of the what it was going to be about. And then once they brought in the paintings, which were really beautiful and really, really interesting to like look at and examine, I thought that how they framed it was really interesting. With like having you so zoomed in on different parts of the picture or different parts of the painting, and then either slowly zooming out or just moving to a different part, or just having that one thing to kind of look at focus on, and then pairing that with what was being said to like really try and marry the two together, I thought was really, really fascinating. And really made me just like focus and pay attention to what I was seeing and what I was hearing. So in that regard, really well done.
It was a very interesting take for me. It wasn't until halfway through the film that I realized that the story was being told through these, forgive me for not remembering the name of them, but like I didn't realize that the paintings were telling the story until halfway through, but I thought that was really neat. Something else that was really trippy is I listened to the film with headphones on, and the beginning definitely it plays around with the left and right headphones, which was very trippy, and it definitely gives off an ASMR aesthetic. It was a very interesting story. It was a very interesting tale, and it was very unique how it was told. Like I said, with the paintings, it definitely felt like, in a weird sort of way, it felt like a story that was being told through a museum. And yeah, I found that very interesting.